Sweet Lord, please have mercy.
Baby Jesus, please save us. I know I used up my 3 favors.
Back to spinning like a
Week later, new car, speed racing.
Copper credit.
Need acres.
Most of all,
We all need favors.
Karma coming, beware. I don't know where I'm going.
But I hope I'm on the right path.
Life will hit you with a light jab. Mike Tyson,
Fight back.
You niggas going out,
Fight
slice
back.
that.
All about my bag. Oh, y'all ain't got nothing.
Okay, put your fucking hands up. This the fucking anthem. Smiling cause I'm young, rich, black, and I'm handsome. Not to mention wealthy. Ass on a healthy. Young millionaire. What the fuck can you tell me? Smell me? Nigga, that's Chanel cologne. I'm in Europe with the tourists when I sell your phone.
Like, ooh, sound like rich nigga problems.
I dream in color, and I sleep on the canvas. I think we all need each other.
Empathy that could
Be our advantage.
bad bitch beat.
Creole and Spanish.
Look this way, then I'm
Liking my chances.
Oh man, why go on these
Hey.
tangents? Bird's eye view, this shit panoramic. Still fighting off my paranoia. Shit.
Are y'all liking the way this pink is looking on me right now? Is it highlighting the skin real good? Am I looking good? Drop a like down below if you liking the pink background. I think I finally found a lighting situation. Boom! What's up, guys? Welcome to SoleTracks, your source for the fire and sneakers and music right here on YouTube. Drop a comment and like below if you mess with the movement, and if you don't already know, you can get the fuck on. Today we got some good shit. It's New Music Friday. You already know what's going down on New Music Fridays. And today is a day that it's looking real good, okay? We had a Jim Jones DJ Drama Gangsta Grills drop. We got Earl Sweatshirt, who dropped Sick, which I might do a review on also. But most importantly, I think my most anticipated drop of today is gonna be none other than CORDAE. From a bird's eye view. Now, if you are already hip to CORDAE, he is a rapper straight out of the hometown, you know what I'm saying, where the boy grew up at. He is straight from the DMV, so you know we repping hard over here. And you may know him from his previous YBN ties with YBN Namir and YBN Almighty J, and he broke off the YBN, probably the best thing he's ever done, because he just was in a different lane, okay? The way this guy raps is not YBN at all, okay? And even though he's like my age, he's young, he has this voice and this rapping style that is like straight out of the 90s, and it just gives you a nostalgic feeling the way he's able to fill space in the beat. And that doesn't necessarily mean that he's only rapping on these old school style beats. He raps on these modern trap beats, also very upbeat, and he has a lot of different flows and variety within his rapping style. So I think you get a little bit of everything with CORDAE, but most of all, just that nostalgic classic flow. And I think that's my favorite part about CORDAE, and that makes me more excited about this album here. Previously, he dropped The Lost Boy, and that album, in my opinion, is a classic. I need to get that on vinyl because it's just perfect. I need it back here somewhere, because I listened to that album so much, and I didn't really fully appreciate it until later after it came out, and that's on me. But every song on there is just soulful, great energy, great vibes, great rapping from CORDAE, great flows, melodies, everything is just so great about this album. But that dropped back in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been 2 years since we got a new full-length album from CORDAE, and here we are today with From a Bird's Eye View. Now, I know in the meantime, CORDAE has kind of set up his own brand titled High Level. So this is, and I've seen on his social media that he's been touting, you know, High Level. It means more than just a name, but it also is in reference to the actual quality of his music and whatnot. So I'm anticipating this to be a very good album. I love the singles that dropped before this. That Sinister track with Lil Wayne, fire, and those 4 tracks that he dropped on that Just Until EP were also fire. So I think we should be in for a really good album right about now. What do you guys think? Drop a comment and like below if you're ready for this new CORDAE album. What do you think, and what were your anticipations before throwing this thing on? Let me know in the comments. Let's get straight into it, y'all. I'm gonna shut up and we just gonna play the music and see what happens. All right? SoleTracks, CORDAE, From a Bird's Eye View. Let's go.
Every time I had an eye,
put it on God, man. It must have been a sign. Cause my mother, she was stripping. She was always on his mind. While her boyfriend, he was pregnant. He didn't have a lot of time. So he showed me where it was and showed me how to work it just in case a nigga run up in his bitch. Got a Virgo 13. I was serving nigga 15. Persian nigga trying to be a cocaine cowboy. Michael Irvin nigga.
I'ma just throw this out there, but if a nigga spitting on a jail phone on the intro of the album or an interlude, the album finna be fire. Album finna be fire. Woo! Yeah. Bro, before he even comes on the track, before he even come on the beat, I know this dream about to be fire. Just listen to that instrumental, bro. Just different. It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break of extinction, hell bent on survival. This life's a continuous cycle. Consider this a venomous haiku. This ain't no verse, nigga. And I done dealt with the worst niggas. The type to steal your shit and search with you. Nothing ordinary. I've been having vivid dreams. Them shits is more than scary. Graveyards and mortuaries. Haunted by these goals that I'm trying to accomplish. Underrated, overhated. I'm tired of the nonsense.
This nigga rap like he 46, man. For real, like just the way that he comes on the beat, it commands a presence, you know? He creates space within the beat. He creates space within his flow. And it just makes everything feel a lot more heavy. It makes you really dive and listen to what he's saying. He's got a really commanding voice. And I hope you guys really hear what I'm hearing right now. I hope you do.
Sell some records. Politicians out here lying, trying to sell a message. 10,000 hours, penmanship is well perfected. I'm just trying to get my point across. And on my mama, I will die for the right cause.
Yeah.
Death is the greatest surprise. I see the hate in your eyes. I saw potential at first. Grew resentment for earth. You lust for power too much, and it's getting worse. The more you get, the more that your desire can quench your thirst.
Really powerful intro here for CORDAE. Really loving the instrumental on there. Everything felt so serious. Like the bass groove was really nice and steady, and that beat just, you know, had you swaying. Yeah, I really messed with that instrumental. And CORDAE all over this thing was just dropping gems, talking about things that he's been going through. Yeah, it seems like CORDAE is really just going in about where he wants to be in life, what it takes, the struggles, the trials and tribulations it takes to really be successful, especially when you're a person that didn't have it all growing up. I mean, just listen to the lyrics on here. He said, I've been having vivid dreams. Them shits is more than scary. Graveyards or mortuaries. Haunted by these goals that I'm trying to accomplish. Underrated, overhated. I'm tired of the nonsense. Things I could have done better. It lives in my conscience. And I'll never forget it. I'm my worst critic. I'm an overthinker. I'm so self-reflective. God willing, these parables go and sell some records. Those bars really hit me because as a person who is also a creative, you know, everything you do seems like it has to be perfect in your eyes. Even in the grand scheme of things, it isn't. But you're going to be that person putting the most pressure on yourself out of everybody. So I really like where he's going on this one. And especially since he's got this whole brand of high level, it's really kind of just tying everything together and making sure that he's living up to his own weight, pretty much.
Last year I made 7 million, didn't have to do a single
fucking show.
Should I told my niggas up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the
Super Bowl.
All my life moments is a Super Bowl. Like Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey, that's the person you give me a Super Bowl. Life ain't no acting it. All these rap niggas, they be Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Everything I do is mad different. Got my little like, oh, hey, I keep that drip on me. My nigga, I'm big on me. Oh, hey, I can't ever slip on me. My mama might flip on me like, whoa, hey.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, I've listened to this song plenty of times already. Yeah, this gets me hype as fuck. I mean, the beat and then CORDAE's flow choices on here are just like peanut butter and jelly. You know, just goes together perfectly.
Hood, rolling in G. I ain't playing with you niggas, boy, I'm playing for keeps. Fuck you pussy ass niggas, try and prey on the weak. I ain't talking too much, I only say what I mean. I bring the whole city out every time that I'm home. How you all about business, but don't be minding your own. Yeah, forgive me for my sins, I'm just trying to atone. I'll let it be well known. Yeah, daydreaming while I'm scheming on a text. Steady plotting as I'm thinking on the next. Yeah.
He trying to slide on this beat. I ain't expect that flow choice, but I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit is wavy. All right.
And all my problems were just figments of imagination. The smartest nigga who had dropped out, fuck your graduation. I think that shit a fucking scam. Somebody had to say it. Caught up in the matrix. Shit, I had to find a way out. Lost too many niggas where this shit is getting played out.
Yeah, he's talking some real shit right now, because as a person who only did one semester of college, I can attest to you that it's not what it's all cracked up to be. But then again, it's what you make it, right? And then again, I'm rocking Duke University shirt that I got from the thrift store, and I never went to this school at all. So what does that make me? Might be a hypocrite, but who knows?
I ain't playing with you niggas, boy, I'm playing for keeps. Fuck these pussy ass niggas, try and prey on the weak. I ain't talking too much, I only say what I mean. I bring the whole city.
Yeah, Mama's Hood was dope. Really like the laid back beat on there. CORDAE chose to go with really catchy hook on there. And I like the different topics that he touched on in the first verse. He kind of went in on before he was famous, you know, just trying to make it, making different decisions as a, you know, a young adult, going to college, not working out. Definitely something that a lot of people can relate to. And then on the second verse, he talks about his homie that was killed in a shootout and just reminiscing on life with him and just how he's not there anymore. So it's kind of like a heartfelt moment here. And I definitely appreciate, you know, everything about that, because the heartfelt music is what hits the most. And that's what you end up appreciating and remembering from albums like this. Mama's Hood was a dope one. I think I'll go back to that one a lot. Nice bass line.
Okay, what do you want from me? What do you need?
Hey.
I'm only a human, baby, and we all bleed. Never live with vices or destroy with greed. I'm a man with pride, I won't beg or plead. Just ask, what do you want from me?
Hey.
Is it ever enough?
Oh.
Okay, what do you want from me?
Yeah, this sound like that old school cookout music. Sound like a plate of mac and cheese with the fried chicken on the side. And then you got a little bit of greens, even though I don't really mess with greens like that. But you know, a lot of black people eat greens. You know, a little baked beans. I don't mess with baked beans like that either. But you know, you got it on the plate. And then you got the deviled eggs, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got deviled eggs as your cookout, I don't want to be at it, for real. But yeah, that's what this sound like. This sound like black soul food, you know. This sound like, you know, a plate of hot food that only gives you heartburn afterwards, you know what I'm saying?
Mother nature and father time, moonlight and sunshine. Everything's interconnected and it's all by design. Yin and yang is since the Big Bang, ain't shit changed. Sometimes I feel like Russell Wilson, other days I'm Rick James. Life is a balance, duality is one of my talents. If you ask me to express myself, that's gonna be a challenge. When I bought that Birkin bag, I had to ask my accountant. He said, hell nah, but must the seed faith move mountains? Upper inner circles, gotta sanitize. I clean house, cause some only like to vandalize.
What?
Plotting on your downfall, although I plan to rise. Life's your biggest fucking test, and this ain't standardized. Quite remedial, the type to see it through. I write for me and you, accomplish shit that isn't feasible. No.
This nigga is not rapping in 2022 right now. It is 1993. Like, come on, bro. That flow, what is that? That's giving me like Biggie vibes, like Biggie and Nas, you know what I'm saying? I just can appreciate the hell out of this dude's flow and cadence, man. I really can.
Never live with vices or destroy with greed. I'm a man with pride, I won't beg or plead. Just ask, what do you want from me? Is it ever enough? Okay, what do you want from me? Is it ever enough?
Want from me. I think that's a highlight so far, man. Just that real groovy party-like beat going on there. CORDAE decided to show his vocals on here, you know, on the chorus. And it has some nice vocals from the background singers on there too. And just his delivery on those verses, man. Yes. Flows 10 out of 10, man. Just a perfect delivery, in my opinion. I just really love that shit. I do like some bars on here. He brought a lot of content, a lot of things to think about. And it seems like he's a really down-to-earth person with how he thinks about things. Like, this dude is talking about Mother Nature and Father Time and moonlight and sunshine. Like, this nigga's on a different level, okay? He's not on Earth right now.
Get that shit underlay. To my brothers, you ain't gotta worry, I'ma find a way. Shit gon' line in place. Hot on the porch too early, my mama say.
Hey. Yup. Damn. Shit. Kid Culture. Shout out to Kid Culture. You need a hug, my nigga, because that beat is crazy. Yeah, this is a one right here. This ain't one to just think too deeply into. This is just that, you know, this is that I just want to move my shoulders type of music real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a playlist, matter of fact. I just want to move my shoulders. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hello. Now, for billing inquiries, thank you for using Connect Services.
Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the child just rock with me.
Come on.
I used to dream about a Dodge Charger.
Yes.
Suicide doors, sitting on 24s. I was trying to find a job. Shit, why bother? Being broken, make you try harder. Sitting in the house watching Coach Carter. Plotting on this fucking CORDAE.
CORDAE, yo. What was you doing for these beats? These ain't those regular, you know, oh, give me a beat pack. These is like, you know, make this in the studio with me type beats. Like, niggas must really like you, dog. What you be doing for these beats? Nigga paying people with a brick of coke for these beats. Jesus Christ, that shit is so hard, dog. These the beats that just make you want to start rapping. Like, you just pull out your notes while you're listening to the music and you just like typing your verses in and you trying to like just block out CORDAE talking because it's your beat now. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below if you ever done that.
A little brother drive a Jeep and I just bought him a chain. A real nigga, what I is and what I always remain. But this bitch temptation keep calling my name. I wrote this song in LA, I was driving my Benz. Thinking about this road I'm on to acquire ends.
Rap that shit, CORDAE. Yeah.
Sitting in the house watching Coach Carter. Plotting on this fucking
CORDAE.
Plus a nigga trying to go far.
Go far.
Finally arrived and nobody's here. Okay, listen, I'm in solitary confinement. I break free every time that I wake. My faith leads and creates seeds that eventually blossom the trees.
What? Yo, what? What is this nigga rapping about right now? He's not on the same level. He's not rapping about, you know, oh, I fucked your girl. Oh, I got stacks of money that I got from the bank. Like, this nigga's rapping about mustard seeds and whatnot. He's on a different level. My man said, we all here for an assignment. Several souls that are migrant. Simply vessels in this climate, solitary confinement. I break free every time that I wake. My fate bleeds and creates seeds, eventually blossom the trees. Getting rid of all the extra shit I thought I would need. Like, bro, he's different. 10-year career minimum.
Call hit boy for beats.
Ask for 10 of them.
I don't follow trends, my nigga. I swing the
Pendulum.
If the bitch bag a dick check, I'm gon' give a
Talk.
Let's reflect times. I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, check out Tech 9. Go and shut the fuck up. Just let me talk, nigga. I'm a time bomb. It's waiting to go off, nigga.
Yeah.
Quite nuclear. Amazing what fame could do to you.
Shout out to Hit Boy, bro. I think Hit Boy could do an album with any rapper in the industry, and it's gonna be fire.
Nigga is usually causing mayhem.
Little tuna, sinister, notes finisher, minimum. I make minimum.
Enemies, I'm the enema.
I'ma shit on them.
Just like my keys, drop my genitals on that dental work.
Drop my genitals on her dental work. Lil Wayne, everybody. I think we all need to recognize Lil Wayne at this point in his career as a fucking god MC. Like, this dude literally has been on a feature run like it's 2007. He's just killing everything that he hops on. He's never fallen off. People tried to give him this smut on his name like he's fallen off at a certain point. No, it's never happened. This is Wayne we're talking about. Sinister, great song, great CORDAE verse, great Lil Wayne verse. What more can I say?
Bro, and I'm not sure where my heart is headed.
Yeah.
And if you left me now, I know how far I regret it. Told you once, tell you twice that I'm indebted. But I can't waste no time, you know my time is precious. Hey, hit up Eliante for that diamond necklace.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me you don't need shit, girl, that I respect it. I'm on the road too much, shit kinda hectic. 50 racks for the stress, not easy to impress. Always wonder what's next. I go as deep as I can and make her shake like Tourette's and say, love is no miracle, and lust ain't no thing. But
CORDAE showing the crazy vocals on this one. Trying to give himself an R&B smash hit. I see what you're doing. You get Lil Durk and her on the same song. I know what you're trying to do. Billboard top 40 type shit. I get it. It's fire though. Yeah. I think Lil Durk is like one R&B feature away from just being a straight up R&B artist at this point. Chronicles featuring her and Lil Durk, that was a vibe. That was a super vibe right there. I like CORDAE showing off the vocal talent there. You know what I'm saying? He kind of was up to par with her. Not all the way there, but he was, you know, he was right there. And I like the Lil Durk feature on here, even though it was really short. It was short and sweet. So I'm not mad at this at all. I think this is a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Just a smooth little joint right here. Wow. Damn.
Okay, conversations getting complicated, I can tell ya. 15 was in them handcuffs for paraphernalia. I grew up in them trenches, boy, your house had wine cellar. If anybody ever had a problem, gave them hell. I got my auntie brothers on the rolling prezi, couldn't tell them shit. Arrogance is deadly in the moment, damn, he relished it. Mansion chain embellished it. Drug dealer dreams with prison nightmares was tight red. And if the shoe fits, I'll buy the right pair.
I don't know if y'all missed that, but I want to highlight these couple bars right here. It should be getting worse about a second, I'm guessing. Put a smile up on my face because life is all about perception. Tell my niggas that I'm happy, happiness manifesting. Even though it's quite the opposite, but shit, I'm digressing. It's crazy to think about. Like, you think telling people that you're happy when you're actually not happy actually is just manifesting happiness in the future, even though you're not happy right now. I don't know, I just thought that was kind of something to think about. But that's the best music, right? Shit that makes you think.
Shit.
Yeah. Damn.
You can shit on me, you pussy niggas is constipated. They shit on me, piss a set trip on me. Play me like I'm pussy, and once you in, I burn like syphilis. They treat us like cargo, they stash. I can get high and I think about how long this rap shit gon' last. Okay, yeah. Conversations getting complicated.
CORDAE, what the fuck, bro? Nigga got a premiere Freddie Gibbs verse. Changed the beat up, made it sound real grand and shit too. Like, come on, yo. What the fuck? Yeah.
Everybody celebrating with their champagne glasses.
I don't know where this is going, but I'm here for it. So I'm looking on here and I'm like, okay, CORDAE featuring Freddie Gibbs and Stevie Wonder. And the whole time I'm waiting for Stevie Wonder to, like, you know, pop in on some, you know, Rocket Love type shit and just start singing. But he never does. And so I'm just listening for these vocals the whole time. And then we go into this outro after the last chorus. And I'm like, okay, where's Stevie? Little did I know, Stevie's on the fucking harmonica. So what I'm trying to say is we need to put some respect on this nigga CORDAE's name, because the nigga got a harmonica solo from Stevie Wonder. Like, for real, on a song with Freddie Gibbs on it. I'm just saying, yo. I might need to just finish the video after this, because what more is there to say? Harmonica solos aside, Chronicles is probably the best song on here so far. Like, that shit was fire. The beat, soulful, glitzy, sounded expensive. CORDAE gave a great verse, but Freddie Gibbs, like the way that they just, adapted to him coming on the beat and just making it sound like a whole grand event, definitely a highlight on this album. And Freddie Gibbs gave a premiere Freddie Gibbs verse. You had all the flows, you had the melodies, you had everything with it. And then they get a fucking nice, beautiful harmonica solo from the great Stevie Wonder. Like, how do you even have that conversation? I don't know, man, but I'm really fucking with this so far. I think we got a couple songs left, so let's see what's going on with it. Okay.
If only I was wiser when I first discovered paper. If only Martin Luther never stayed at the Lorraine Hotel, should he still be alive and well?
How many times I gotta tell y'all, this nigga is on some different shit. Like, bro, if you want to know what type of time he's on, just listen to the first verse. He said, if only Father Time had patience of Mother Nature. What? If only Martin Luther never stayed at the Lorraine Hotel. Like, yo, he's different. He's different, but I'm gonna let y'all hear it though.
I went to Westlake High where death rates rise, and some people go on and waste the rest of their lives. I go back every now and then to check their vibes. The rest of my classmates working tech-based jobs. You just gotta relish in the moment and cherish these moments, dog. 'Cause like, I made it, man. It's not like it's a surprise or anything, but I'm just gonna live in this moment. Everything high level. And also, I want to dedicate this out to my grandmother, my late grandmother, God rest her soul. I want to do this shit. Everything high level.
So that was Westlake High, and that was pretty much the outro of the album, if you're not counting the other side of it where it has the Parables remix and the Gifted with Roddy Ricch, which has already been out for a while now. So I don't think it's necessary for me to, review those songs. So we're just going to end it right here. Westlake High kind of just wrapped up the whole album with one verse. And it kind of just talks about him looking at his successes from the point where he first got successful to also a point where he's looking back at like his high school classmates and kind of comparing where he's at versus where they're at. I can just appreciate that level of insight. Other than the verses on here, the beat was great. Just that old school classic boom bap, soul based hip hop going on. I just really liking that vibe going on this album. And so that was the last track on the album. So let's go ahead and wrap up what we're thinking about CORDAE's From a Bird's Eye View. So after listening to this all the way through, I'm gonna say that CORDAE's From a Bird's Eye View is a great album. From comparison to The Lost Boy, this album isn't that much different from that album, aesthetically at least. But From a Bird's Eye View definitely stands alone as far as the context of this album. For much of this, CORDAE is kind of just talking about things from a bird's eye view, for lack of better terms. And he's talking about his new perspective on life, how he looks at things after he's gone through these certain things in that period between The Lost Boy and now. now. And he kind of seems like, you know, the old Wiseman now, talking about where he's at right now and sharing his wisdom, because he's dropped a lot of gems on this album. And I touched on a lot of them throughout the listening. So I just appreciate, you know, his mindset, because it seems like he's just in a different place from most people. I mean, on one of the songs, he talks about how he went with no phone for 8 months. You know, that's definitely got to put you in a different state when most people, including myself, are on social media almost every day. And you can definitely tell that that's reflected on these songs here. And aside from the actual context of the album, I think the verses and just his delivery and his flow are probably the second highlight on here. I just love his old school flow. It's just reminiscent of everything 90s, and it just creates such a presence for him. Production on here is amazing from front to back. I didn't find a song that I didn't like the beat of or that I wish he would have went different on. Every fucking track on here was produced amazingly. And shout out to Kid Culture, who did a couple of songs on here. I feel like his tracks were the hardest hitting, really. But you have variety here. Mostly all of the album is soul sample based, but you even have songs like Super on here, or Today featuring Gunna, where it's more modern, it's upbeat. You can play it in the gym and it'll give you that energy. And then you even got tracks like Chronicles on here. It's more R&B based, kind of radio friendly, but it still has good taste to it. And that's what I like about CORDAE. He has a really good taste in picking these beats. But I think the highlights are here definitely are on John Michelle and Champagne Glasses. I mean, those two beats just were so heavy, soulful, and it just felt like, you know, a different vibe. And CORDAE also brought vocals on here. You know, he brought out a little bit of singing talent on there. And he has a pretty good singing voice. This almost reminds me of like Kanye's singing voice. He's obviously not, you know, her or Jasmine Sullivan or anything, but he does have the ability to hold a note, and the tone of voice that he uses is good, and it sounds good on a beat. But what I like most about this album is just the growth. On The Lost Boy, you know, he was even in a really strong mindset for his age on that album. But on this one, you know, he seems even wiser, which is crazy. A lot of times with, you know, new artists' second album, they tend to go for the more poppy route or the more mainstream route to kind of grow their fan base. But I don't think that really works, in my opinion. I mean, we've seen it with Roddy Ricch. Even though his first album was huge and it was on the radio all day long, his second album just played to the more bland parts of the mainstream. And instead of growing his fan base, it took the fan base that he had and made it interested, and now they want more of the same from his first album. So I think that CORDAE did a good job of keeping what fans love on here, what we love about CORDAE, but elevating it a little bit. And I just appreciate this guy as a rapper, honestly, because this nigga was rapping this whole time. That's all I gotta say about CORDAE's From a Bird's Eye View, man. I mean, this definitely is gonna go down as one of the best albums of 2022. And I see myself listening to it a lot. So that's all I got for you guys today. I want you guys to drop a comment down low. Tell me how you're feeling about From a Bird's Eye View. How do you compare it from his last album, The Lost Boy? Do you think this is better, or do you like The Lost Boy better still? Comment also, you know, what you want to see from him in the future. I think he's only going up from here. Let me know what your favorite songs were, least favorite songs were. Just talk to me in the comments. And if you were messing with the video, if you had fun while watching this, if you enjoyed the album, go ahead and hit the like button for me. And then after that, you could just take the mouse. It's only, you know, so far away, and just hit the subscribe button, because, you know, you like me. You know what I'm saying? You like the video, you like the album. Go ahead and subscribe, because you're gonna like other videos. That's just common sense, right? Anyways, thanks guys for watching. This has been a fun one. This has been CORDAE, From a Bird's Eye View, SoleTracks. SoleTracks out.